As the years unfolded, London transformed into a beacon of ethical investing, with new generations embracing the principles instilled by their forebears. Schools introduced curricula dedicated to financial literacy, teaching children not just the mechanics of investing but also the significance of accountability and community welfare. The once blighted relationship with finance blossomed into one characterized by trust, collaboration, and a relentless pursuit of knowledge, as citizens articulated a more profound understanding of their economic destiny. As the sun rose on a new day, the city radiated a palpable excitement, with families strolling through bustling markets that buzzed with dialogue about investment choices and community funds. Workshops thrived in every neighborhood, offering a platform for individuals to share insights and innovations that would allow them to invest wisely while prioritizing the greater good. Local artisans displayed ethically made products, symbolizing the shift towards a conscious economy that valued quality over profits, and the streets echoed with laughter and camaraderie as a culture rooted in integrity and inclusivity took root. Every corner of London celebrated the nexus of ambition and responsibility, creating a vibrant tapestry that honored the sacrifices of the past while forging a path toward an equitable future. As the movement for ethical investing continued to flourish, it became evident that the collaborative spirit fostered within the community needed a formalized structure to sustain itself. Inspired by their shared journey, citizens rallied to establish the London Ethical Investment Alliance, a coalition that would oversee adherence to the principles of accountability and transparency in finance. Leaders from various sectors convened regularly, establishing guidelines that not only enforced ethical practices among investors but also championed initiatives aimed at promoting financial education across all demographics. Workshops and seminars transformed into hubs of inspiration, forging partnerships between local businesses and educational institutions that aimed to nurture a culture of responsible investing. Through this newly formed alliance, the bright ambitions of London's citizens had a dedicated platform, ensuring that the values learned from the tumult of the South Sea bubble would echo through time, securing hope and prosperity for generations to come. In the heart of this thriving community, a prominent figure emerged as the spokesperson for the London Ethical Investment Alliance, passionately advocating for the enhancement of financial education. During a vibrant town hall meeting, she addressed a gathered crowd filled with eager faces, sharing her vision for a society where every person was equipped with the knowledge needed to navigate the complexities of investing responsibly. With unwavering conviction, she declared, "Together, we must create an economy that not only fosters individual growth but prioritizes the collective well-being of our neighbors." Her call to action ignited enthusiasm, with families and individuals alike recognizing their shared role in cultivating a brighter, more inclusive financial future. As passionate discussions swirled in the air, the spirit of collaboration thrived, turning ambition into a powerful force for good that promised to reshape London's economic landscape. In this transformative atmosphere, groups formed alliances with local governments, proposing legislation that would implement ethical investment standards into law. They recognized this was essential to ensure the very principles that had guided them through turmoil could withstand the test of time. Town hall meetings became vibrant discussions, where ideas were exchanged freely, and strategies devised for embedding these reforms into the fabric of society. Advocacy emerged as a shared responsibility, with citizens actively participating in campaigns that lobbied for policies to protect consumers and promote financial literacy. As waves of enthusiasm reinforced their commitment, they envisioned a city where ethical investing was not just a trend but a foundational element guiding every financial decision. This collaborative resolve marked a new chapter in London's story, as hope blossomed into a shared commitment where every person played a vital role in shaping a responsible future. Together, they forged ahead, united by the belief that the lessons learned from the past would safeguard their community and inspire generations yet to come. As the London Ethical Investment Alliance solidified its influence, plans unfurled for a citywide festival dedicated to celebrating ethical investing, aptly named Invest for Tomorrow. The event promised to be a vibrant showcase, featuring workshops, local businesses displaying their commitment to sustainable practices, and guest speakers sharing stories of transformation. Families and entrepreneurs eagerly prepared to share their journeys, demonstrating how ethical choices had reshaped not only their lives but also the community at large. Posters adorned city streets, inviting citizens to join in a celebration of responsibility and ambition, while children constructed colorful art pieces embodying their dreams for a future rooted in integrity. The air buzzed with anticipation, uniting every Londoner in a collaborative effort to herald a new era of inclusivity and ethical stewardship, ensuring that the spirit of reformation thrived as they celebrated their collective triumphs. As the day of the Invest for Tomorrow festival dawned, the streets pulsed with energy, anticipation electrifying the air. Families emerged from their homes, children giggling and racing to set up their booths showcasing art and stories inspired by their journey toward ethical investing. Vendors lined the pathways, offering delicious local fare while proudly displaying their environmentally conscious products, reinforcing a citywide commitment to sustainability. In the center of the square, a grand stage was erected, where speakers would share powerful narratives of transformation and resilience that had knitted London's community together. Signs declaring integrity in action and invest in our future fluttered in the gentle breeze, embodying the spirit of unity and purpose that had come to define this pivotal moment. As the festival commenced, a palpable sense of joy enveloped the crowd. Children waved brightly colored flags, while laughter echoed off the buildings, creating an ambience filled with hope and collaboration. Local artisans showcased their ethically sourced products, sharing stories of how their businesses thrive through responsible investing. At the grand stage, the spokesperson of the London Ethical Investment Alliance took the mic, her voice ringing clear as she commended the community for their unwavering commitment to a future grounded in responsibility. Today, she proclaimed, we celebrate not just our achievements but our collective journey toward an ethical tomorrow, cultivating a culture where ambition aligns with integrity. Her words ignited cheers from the audience, uniting them in the belief that together, they could carve a legacy defined by mutual support and vision, ensuring the lessons of the South Sea bubble would forever guide their financial pursuits. As the festival unfolded, a wave of diverse voices filled the air, each contributing to the rich narrative of ethical investing that had taken root in London. Families shared their stories, recounting how the principles of accountability and communal welfare transformed their lives, while local leaders stood proudly to highlight successful community initiatives driven by the movement. Workshops brimmed with eager participants, learning about sustainable practices from experts who offered guidance on responsible investment. The streets, adorned with colorful banners and decorations, became a vivid reflection of a society committed to nurturing a balanced approach to wealth, a vibrant tapestry woven from the aspirations of its citizens. Together, they celebrated the promise of a future nurtured by integrity, driven by their collective commitment to uphold the values they had fought so hard to establish. As the festival pulled the community together, local schools utilized this opportunity to host activities that would instill a sense of pride and responsibility in young participants. Students engaged in lively discussions about the importance of ethics in finance, crafting their own investment plans that prioritized social responsibility and environmental stewardship. The enthusiasm was palpable, as young voices echoed their commitment to a better future, understanding that they were the stewards of change. Workshops led by engaging educators illuminated the path towards sustainable financial practices, as children enthusiastically formed clubs that would inspire their peers to join the movement. Inspired by their passion, parents felt a renewed commitment to ensure that the lessons from the past would not only be remembered but transformed into a lasting legacy of awareness and integrity. The air was electrifying with the hope and enthusiasm radiating from the next generation. As the sun dipped low, casting a golden hue over the festival, excitement filled the air, with families gathering around the centerpiece stage where stories of triumph were shared. The spokesperson's voice rose above the crowd, weaving compelling narratives about the transformation experienced by families who had embraced ethical investing practices. She highlighted a local bakery that flourished after adopting sustainable sourcing methods, showcasing how the community's resolve had not only revived livelihoods but also strengthened bonds among neighbors. Enthusiastic cheers erupted as her words resonated deeply, illustrating the profound impact of collective effort and commitment to shared values. It was a powerful reminder that London had not merely survived the scars of the past, it had thrived, emerging as a model of resilience and integrity for all to embrace. As the night deepened and the festival drew to a close, the atmosphere was electric with joy and accomplishment, encapsulating the essence of what had been achieved. Fireworks erupted overhead, illuminating the sky in brilliant colors that mirrored the community's vibrant spirit of hope and unity. Families embraced, laughter echoed through the streets, and the words reverberated in everyone's hearts, "We are stronger together." The legacy of the South Sea bubble had forged an unbreakable bond among Londoners, and as they gazed at the dazzling display, they understood that their journey was just beginning. This renewed commitment to ethical stewardship would guide them forward, ensuring a prosperous future where integrity and collective well-being remained at the forefront of each decision. As the days turned into weeks following the festival, the ethos of ethical investing continued to permeate every corner of London. Community leaders and educators coordinated regular follow-up events, reinforcing the lessons learned and the commitments made. Families gathered in neighborhoods to discuss their investments, sharing stories of both success and failure, creating a tapestry of experiences that served as a guiding light for others. The air buzzed with renewed energy, as conversations shifted towards long-term vision, contemplating how to expand their financial literacy initiatives even further. Every small step, every shared insight, echoed the strength of their movement, ensuring that the memory of the South Sea bubble would forever be honored through their actions. As a vibrant legacy of integrity took hold in the community, an unwavering belief blossomed that together, they could not only weather future storms but empower others to navigate their own paths to prosperity. As the London Ethical Investment Alliance solidified its initiatives, their impact rippled outward, inspiring neighboring cities to adopt similar practices. Stakeholders from across the nation took notice, eager to learn from London's transformative journey. Collaborative summits emerged, bringing together activists, investors, and educators who shared insights and strategies for embedding ethical frameworks in their own communities. The dialogue flourished, a testament to the spirit of cooperation that transcended borders and united like-minded individuals dedicated to reshaping the financial landscape. With each exchange, the ambition for responsible investing gained momentum, igniting movements in areas once skeptical of reform. As the lessons of accountability echoed widely, the seeds of change blossomed, transforming not only London's economic fabric but also fostering a nationwide commitment to integrity and ethical stewardship. As the tide of reform continued to swell, the success of the London Ethical Investment Alliance served as a beacon for cities across the globe. Delegations from various nations began to arrive, eager to understand the mechanisms that had transformed London's financial landscape. Workshops sprang up, where Londoners shared their wisdom and experiences, demonstrating how a community-driven approach could mend even the most broken systems. Enthusiastic participants engaged in dialogues about ethical practices, ensuring that the lessons learned from the South Sea bubble resonated well beyond their borders. As the ripple effect of their efforts took hold, the citizens of London realized their narrative had become a powerful testament to resilience, igniting a global movement rooted in integrity, accountability, and shared responsibility. Together, they laid down the foundations for a brighter financial future that echoed with the promise of collaborative stewardship, honoring their past while forging ahead into uncharted territory with unwavering hope. As the legacy of ethical investing spread further, the citizens of London took immense pride in their role as trailblazers for a global movement. They organized international conferences, inviting delegates from around the world to witness firsthand how community-based initiatives could redefine financial practices. Panels featured local leaders discussing the power of collaboration and the importance of integrating ethical standards into the very fabric of economic systems. The world watched as London set a precedent, transforming not only their city but also inspiring a collective commitment to a future rooted in integrity. As citizens marched forward, united and resolute, they embraced the conviction that the lessons learned were not merely historical but vital to shaping a better world for generations to come, ensuring that ambition always found its rightful place alongside responsibility. As the sun dipped below the horizon, illuminating the city with a warm golden glow, Londoners gathered in the square once more, eager to celebrate their achievements and reflect on the journey they had undertaken together. The air was thick with anticipation as voices rose with a renewed sense of unity and purpose, recognizing the importance of sustaining the values they had fought so hard to instill. The festival's ambience resonated with the promise of ongoing commitment, as families exchanged pledges to promote ethical stewardship in their lives and communities. Local leaders stepped forward, emphasizing the need for vigilance. The lessons learned from the past must be actively passed down to ensure their legacy flourished for generations to come. As their voices melded in a harmonious chorus of hope, the collective spirit of Londoners soared, reflecting their profound journey from despair to resilience. They understood that the power of their movement lay not only in the changes they had made but in their commitment to fostering a culture of integrity and ethical stewardship, ensuring that the lessons learned would be preserved in the hearts of future generations. Each individual aimed to inspire others, sharing stories of triumphs and lessons that encapsulated the essence of their shared experience. From the narrative of the South Sea bubble emerged a renewed sense of purpose. London had become a living testament to the belief that ambition, when intertwined with ethical responsibility, could reshape their financial reality and create a prosperous, inclusive future for all. As the renewed commitment to ethical investing permeated the lives of Londoners, they actively championed education initiatives designed to sustain their newfound financial values. Community centers became hubs of learning, offering workshops on sustainable practices and the importance of social responsibility in investments. Families brought their children to participate, fostering a culture where each generation understood the vital intersection of ambition and ethics. Local experts volunteered to guide discussions, sharing insights on the impact of their financial choices, ensuring that the legacy of accountability would thrive. Together, they flourished, nurturing a spirit of cooperation that transcended generations, ultimately crafting a resilient financial future built on integrity and shared values. As the momentum of ethical investing steadied into a routine, citizens began to forge alliances with various organizations, bridging the gap between personal responsibility and corporate accountability. Nonprofits focused on educating the underprivileged gained support as community members recognized the power of inclusive financial education. Summer workshops thrived, designed to equip every demographic with the tools necessary to navigate investments wisely and ethically. The city thrummed with activity. Mentors guided young adults through internship programs that emphasized the value of social enterprises and sustainable businesses. With every passing day, the collective spirit of Londoners solidified into a driving force for systemic change, fostering a culture where ethics became the bedrock of economic interaction. The transformation was palpable, setting the stage for a future where the lessons of ambition intertwined seamlessly with a commitment to community welfare and shared prosperity. As the commitment to ethical investing deepened, the citizens of London embraced their roles as guardians of integrity, ensuring that the principles they had fought for remained timeless. Community-led initiatives began to take root across the nation, fostering similar movements in towns and cities eager to learn from London's triumphs and challenges. Local leaders emerged, eager to share their knowledge and experiences, creating a network of support that transcended geographical boundaries. The spirit of cooperation flourished, binding diverse communities together in the collective pursuit of financial ethics, accountability, and resilience. With every initiative launched, the legacy of the South Sea Bubble was solidified, etched not only in the hearts of Londoners but in the very fabric of society, ensuring that the values of ambition and responsibility would navigate their future together. As Londoners reflected on their collective journey, they recognized that to foster a truly ethical financial landscape, they needed to instill these values in the very core of their institutions. Educational reforms began to take hold, with universities establishing ethics programs that emphasized the importance of responsible investing and corporate governance. Students engaged in internships where they could apply their knowledge in real-world settings, bridging the gap between theory and practice. The excitement among the youth was palpable. As future leaders, they stood ready to not only inherit but also enhance the financial principles that had emerged from their community struggles. With each lecture and project, they reinvigorated the commitment to stewardship, ensuring that the lessons learned would define their careers and futures. Even in the halls of academia, the spirit of integrity thrived, embracing ambition while safeguarding the collective good. Amid this vibrant atmosphere of progress, the London Ethical Investment Alliance organized a significant assembly to review the impact of their initiatives and plan for the future. As community members filled the hall, excitement crackled in the air, each individual eager to contribute to the discussions that would shape their ongoing commitment to ethical investment. The spokesperson opened the meeting by reflecting on their journey, celebrating the progress made and emphasizing the importance of maintaining momentum. Today we gather not only to celebrate our victories but to refine our goals moving forward, she declared, her voice resonating with confidence. The crowd nodded in agreement, filled with a shared determination to build upon the foundation they had forged together. As the meeting continued, a palpable sense of determination filled the room, with community members eager to present their ideas on enhancing their ethical investment initiatives. One passionate speaker, an entrepreneur whose business thrived on sustainability, took the mic, eloquently articulating the need for greater awareness campaigns to educate the broader public about the impact of choices on the environment and society. If we want to foster a culture of responsibility, she urged, we must reach beyond our circles and engage every Londoner in this vital conversation. Her call resonated deeply, igniting spirited discussions that sparked innovative strategies to expand their outreach and solidify their legacy of accountability. The collective ambition soared as attendees crafted plans to harness the power of storytelling, using personal testimonials to inspire and inform others about the transformative potential of ethical investing. As the meeting progressed, it became evident that the enthusiasm in the room was contagious, inspiring everyone to envision how they could amplify their efforts. A local educator stood up, advocating for the implementation of financial literacy programs in schools across London. Educating our children is the key to sustaining our movement, she emphasized, her eyes alight with passion. By embedding ethical investing into their daily lives, we ensure future generations hold these values close to their hearts. The audience erupted in applause, recognizing the profound truth in her assertion, collectively committing to take actionable steps to integrate these vital principles into educational frameworks everywhere. As the gathering drew to a close, the atmosphere was charged with excitement and renewed purpose, a testament to the deep commitment each person felt. Community leaders announced that a series of town hall meetings would commence, offering citizens a structured platform to share insights, advocate for reforms, and discuss the future direction of their ethical investing initiatives. The first meeting was set for the following month, promising an opportunity for all to engage with local policymakers as they began drafting legislation aimed at embedding ethical standards deeper into both community practices and institutional norms. This commitment to sustained dialogue showcased the collective determination to uphold transparency and accountability, laying the groundwork for a financial landscape that honored integrity and reformed ambition side by side. The promise of progress hung in the air, inviting every Londoner to play an essential role in shaping their shared future. As the first town hall meeting commenced, the energy in the room was palpable, with attendees eagerly filling every seat, their murmurs blending into a vibrant hum of anticipation. Citizens from all walks of life shared their aspirations for the future, each testimony reinforcing the collective belief that their journey toward ethical investing was far from over. The mayor opened the meeting, expressing gratitude for the community's unwavering commitment and acknowledging the pivotal role of every individual present. Tonight, she proclaimed, we channel the spirit of the South Sea Bubble, transforming our past into a beacon for financial integrity that will guide us forward. The crowd erupted in applause, unified in their vision for a moral economy that prioritized community welfare over blind ambition, as they set the stage for the future they dreamed of together. As the evening progressed, a local financial expert stepped forward, eager to offer insights that could further deepen the community's resolve. We stand on the precipice of transformation, he began, his voice steady and inspiring. To maintain our momentum, we must incorporate data-driven strategies into our ethical investing practices, allowing us to measure our impact tangibly. The crowd nodded in agreement. The notion of employing analytics resonated deeply, highlighting the importance of transparency and accountability in their endeavors. This idea sparked a flurried discussion, with citizens keen to explore innovative approaches to monitor the collective progress of their investments, ensuring that the legacy of integrity remained firmly rooted in their practices. Together, they envisioned a future not just rebuilt on lessons of the past but actively shaped by data-driven decisions that would steer London toward a more prosperous tomorrow. As the weeks unfolded after the town hall meeting, a sense of empowerment swept through London, with citizens eager to translate their discussions into actionable strategies. Local organizations pledged their support for the advocacy efforts, bringing together expertise from various sectors to facilitate a comprehensive approach to ethical investing. Workshops began to incorporate data analysis as a means to evaluate past decisions and project future impacts, ensuring that every investment would carry not just the weight of ambition but also an unwavering commitment to community welfare. This collaborative effort transformed into a vibrant exchange of ideas, where creativity and analytics coalesced, ultimately enriching the movement toward a responsible financial landscape, embodying the spirit of unity that had emerged from the shadow of the South Sea Bubble. Through it all, the enduring belief that integrity and ambition could coexist in harmony fueled their collective resolve, guiding London toward a future that honored both the lessons of its past and the aspirations of its citizens. As the seasons transitioned, the ongoing efforts of the London Ethical Investment Alliance began to bear tangible fruit in the form of legislative changes. Community advocates worked diligently alongside policymakers, advocating for financial regulations that reinforce the principles of transparency, accountability, and ethical practices. The air buzzed with anticipation as the first significant bill approached a vote, promising to codify many of the values that had emerged from their collective journey. Town squares once again became arenas for public discourse, where citizens gathered to express their hopes and concerns regarding the impending legislation. Each speech from these community leaders echoed with the collective struggles endured during the South Sea Bubble, reminding citizens that this moment was not just about policy but the very foundation of their newly forged financial ethos. The impending victory was seen as a watershed moment, foreshadowing a future enriched by the lessons of their past. As the decisive day for the vote approached, the excitement in the air was palpable. Citizens gathered outside Parliament, their spirits buoyed by a shared vision of a transformed financial landscape that embraced both ambition and ethical accountability. Families adorned in vibrant attire waved banners proclaiming their support, while small groups huddled to discuss the impact of the proposed reforms. The determination carved on their faces reflected a deep-rooted commitment to ensuring that the hard-won lessons from the South Sea Bubble would resonate well into the future. As the sun rose over London, illuminating the path toward a new era, every person in the crowd understood they were not merely spectators but architects of a thriving, honest society, poised to nurture the values of integrity that had become their guiding light. In the weeks following the vote, the atmosphere in London brimmed with a renewed sense of purpose as citizens witnessed their advocacy transform into lasting change. The newly enacted legislation served as a foundation for a financial landscape committed to ethical practices, and the streets, once filled with doubt and despair, began to echo with chants of hope and unity. Community gatherings became celebrations of progress, where families and individuals came together to share stories of resilience and the newfound confidence sparked by the reforms. As the sun set on the horizon, Londoners understood that their commitment to transparency and responsibility was not just a momentary victory, it marked a profound shift towards a future where ethical investing would thrive, ensuring that the vestiges of the past gently faded into history. As the rhythms of life in London continued to evolve, the echoes of the South Sea bubble served as both a cautionary tale and a source of inspiration. The citizens, now advocates of integrity, found ways to celebrate their journey, holding annual commemorative events that honored their shared history. Each gathering not only paid tribute to their trials but also reinforced their commitment to ethical practices, spreading a message of hope throughout the city. With every story told, every lesson shared, they ensured that the legacy of those who had suffered would never fade into obscurity, reminding everyone why the balance between ambition and responsibility was vital for a thriving society. The spirit of the community thrived on these reflections, fortifying their resolve to justly navigate the complexities of financial endeavors, transforming London's past shadows into a luminous future where integrity flourished. As the years rolled on, the annual events grew into grand festivals celebrating the ethos of ethical investing. Citizens gathered from all corners of London, sharing stories of success nurtured through responsible practices. The atmosphere crackled with energy, contrasting with the subdued shame of the past, as families reveled in the community's achievements. Local leaders took center stage, delivering heartfelt speeches that reminded everyone of the strength in unity. They emphasized the importance of nurturing trust, accountability, and ethical stewardship, ensuring that the lessons learned were perpetually woven into the fabric of society. This vibrant celebration not only commemorated their progress but also ignited renewed commitment to the values that shaped their enduring legacy. As the final festival drew to a close, Londoners stood hand in hand beneath the starlit sky, their faces aglow with hope and determination. They understood that their journey, fueled by resilience and ethical stewardship, had carved a new narrative for generations to come. Together, they pledged to continue nurturing integrity, ensuring the scars of the past guided them toward a future where ambition harmonized with responsibility. United, they embraced their role as advocates for a brighter tomorrow, forever carrying forward the legacy of the South Sea bubble.